It was a Tuesday night. The kind where the silence between you and your spouse feels thick enough to choke on. I was sitting at the kitchen table, scrolling through emails I didn't care about, my coffee gone cold beside me. Mia was washing dishes, her hands moving mechanically, eyes distant. We'd been like this for months. Drifting. Stumbling over the wreckage of our marriage, pretending the pieces weren't cutting into our feet. So, I have something to tell you, Mia said, her voice so soft, I almost missed it. The dishwasher. I looked up. The way her shoulders hunched and her hands trembled as she wiped them on a towel told me it was serious. My gut twisted. Okay, I replied, forcing my tone to stay even. What's going on? She wouldn't meet my eyes. Just stared at the speckled countertop like it held the courage she needed. I'm pregnant. My heart lurched, hope sparking. For the first time in months. I opened my mouth to speak, but she kept going, her words rushing out like a confession at gunpoint. But it's not yours. It was as if the air had been punched out of my lungs. I couldn't breathe. Couldn't think. My jaw clenched so hard, I thought my teeth might crack. What? What do you mean, it's not mine? She finally looked at me, her eyes glassy with guilt, and something else, defiance. I've been seeing someone. It was stupid and reckless, but it happened. And now she gestured to her stomach. Her voice cracking. I stared at her, the pieces of our life all over the damn floor. How long? 6 months. 6 months. Half a year of lies and deceit. While I tried to fix the chasm growing between us. My hands trembled as I gripped the edge of the table. Were you ever going to tell me? I whispered. I wasn't sure. But now that I'm pregnant, I can't keep pretending. I need to leave Liam. I'm sorry. Leave. That single word echoed in my mind, a gavel slamming down on the remnants of our marriage. And yet beneath the betrayal, something else stirred. Something I had buried deep inside, thinking it would never need to surface. I leaned back in my chair, my eyes never leaving hers. You're not the only one who's been hiding something. She blinked, her brow furrowing. What are you talking about? A bitter laugh escaped me. I wasn't sure I'd ever have to say this out loud, but here we are. I took a deep, shaky breath. I can't have children, Mia. Her expression went blank. What I found out years ago. Some genetic condition. The tests were conclusive. I never told you because I guess I was ashamed. Afraid you'd see me differently. And then when you didn't get pregnant, I let you think it was just bad timing. Mia's mouth opened, then closed. The reality of my confession sank, her eyes darting from my face to her stomach. So you're saying that there was never a chance of us having kids? Not biologically. And you never knew because I was too much of a coward to tell you. Her face crumpled, guilt and confusion warring for dominance. I don't even know what to say. Join the club, I muttered, running a hand through my hair. The kitchen felt colder, more hollow. And yet, strangely enough, the truth spilling out between us was like a purge, as if the lies had been poisoned and we were finally bleeding them out. Mia's hand trembled as she reached for the counter to steady herself. Why didn't you just tell me? Maybe for the same reasons. You didn't tell me about your affair. Fear. Shame? Or maybe it was just easier to pretend everything was fine. Silence. Heavy and unbearable. I need to think, she said finally, her voice brittle. About everything. I nodded. Take all the time you need. But even as I said it, I knew something had shifted. The truth was a wrecking ball, tearing down everything we'd built. But sometimes, destruction was the only way to clear the rubble and start over. The days stretched on empty and aching. Mia stayed her decision to leave, suspended in the air like a storm cloud. We tiptoed around each other, the old routines feeling strange and artificial. One night, she sat across from me at the same kitchen table. Her eyes were puffy, her fingers tangled together in her lap. "I'm not leaving," she said, voice thick with emotion. "Not yet, anyway. We have too much to figure out. And I need to understand why things got so broken between us before I make any decisions." Relief washed over me, but I kept my expression neutral. "I'd like that to figure things out. I mean, the damage was done." But somehow, the truth had opened a door neither of us saw coming. And as terrifying as it was, part of me wondered if maybe, just maybe, there was something worth salvaging.